So, welcome back to Space Engineers Scrapyard Survival. We have... I was a busy little beaver this week. So, here's our transport. Let me turn all the waypoints off here. And I started expanding the deck to compensate for the new engines that we're going to be installing. And we're moving a bunch of stuff out. But to do that, I went out and collected a bunch of wrecks that I had just lying around on the map. This orange one.
Energy critical.
Oh, of course I'm energy critical. That's what I get for not paying attention to my state when I log off earlier in the week. Let's get some energy back. I should walk around the yard a little bit. I did some cleanup in the yard. I got rid of some wrecks that we didn't need. We put this pillar in just in case. I brought this little fighter back because it was interesting. It's an interesting little fighter. It's mostly functional. It's missing some engines, but it'll be okay. And this is that monstrosity that was nearby. I just dragged it back for scrap. I don't know if I'm going to actually salvage most out of this, but the batteries, the batteries are all useful. The large hydrogen tanks for the small frame are useful. The engines are all useful. So we need all those parts. So I don't know if I'm actually going to restore this thing, or if we're just going to build something from scratch out of those parts. And then we have this very large monstrosity that I found this week when I was checking my scrap beacons. And it is... I don't know if it's as big or bigger than our transport. I didn't look at it too thoroughly. When I moved it with the transport back, it was kind of heavy, but it is what it is. So, when we look at this thing, it's got a bunch of air vents, which are useful. It's got a bunch of turrets, which are useful. It has 2 assemblers and 2 refineries. Don't really need those, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I might actually move them over to the transport. I haven't decided yet. A bunch of batteries. Some seats. A bunch of gyros. These are useful. The hydrogen tanks are useful. Oh, and this is the big one. It has 2 jump drives. I can use one to repair ours and move the other one into place. So we'll have 2 jump drives on that transport. That'll be amazing. Aside from that, it's got a large cargo container, which would be useful. Some O2 generators, which I don't know if I'm going to need those, but might be okay. Some oxygen tanks, which I'll probably use. And some small reactors, which we'll definitely use. So it's right here. 2 jump drives. Jump drive 1, jump drive 2, and then down the banks here, small reactors, and a gravity generator. So it's impressively large. It's got a lot of bits, a lot of equipment that we could use. It's just a matter of coming to terms with it. And then I think, what's my inventory look like? these right now. Those kind of go into this order. I don't think we've done anything else. I did some repairs. I had enough power cells to repair the batteries that were in that thing. Found this hunk of junk. Oh, yeah, I have drills now. That's right. I picked up some drills. I got one drill here, and this one's got 2 drills. So, we actually have some drills. These are ion ships, so they're useless in our atmosphere, hence why they're, like, obliterated. But, with the drills, we'll be able to drill out a bunch of ice if we need it. I don't know, where's our ice actually at? I drilled out a bunch of ice before I found those. Ice. We're still chugging ice. We have tons of ice still. That's good. And then our tanks are filling up nicely. They're low, but they're still filling. I don't know how much we actually have. We are at 93% of our capacity. Hydrogen tank is 40% and climbing. So yeah, I'd say that's probably pretty close. I think it's the big tanks that are full. So today's goal is to worry about expanding the hull. And to do that, I think we're going to need a crane. But I think what we're going to do for that is we're not going to build a small crane. We're going to build a large crane. And this is going to be interesting. Because large cranes can get a little weird. Oops, that's bad. There we go. Definitely need to get these things repaired. Because they're hard enough to maneuver when they get damaged. Okay. Fine. Oh wait, I can go over here. I can grab these from inside here. This takes a bit of effort. Then there's one more over here, which I need to fix. And up. And yeah. Sweet. Now to make this work, we're going to take this one out. We don't need this. This one is going to get a merge block.
Energy low.
Straighten this out. And scoot it over. This kind of stuff's really easy to work with. And it doesn't matter if I use the crane or I use the airlifter. In fact, the airlifter's a little easier when it's got the weight. It's not always better, but you know. So I need those to face forward. Like that. And up. Like that. Then with the conveyor box, I need them like so. And then I need a view. Right, that's how it's supposed to be built. It's gonna take me a second to verify this. Bloody bugger. So it's 2 engines, 2 conveyors, a conveyor on top, and an engine on the bottom. Got it. Now this comes over here. Lift it up. Scoot it in place. Building these things part by piece by part is actually quite entertaining. Now to merge it together, we need to put a merge block that goes there and there. So we can get this thing merged in place. Then, once it's merged in place, we can finish the assembly. Okay, now take this out. Like so. And from there, because it's above that engine, we need the engine to go here. So I put just a container and then a merge block going up. That. As long as it's functional, it doesn't matter. That's all that matters, as long as it's functional. This is actually going together quite a bit faster than I was expecting. I wonder what that is. That's over there. I don't know. Okay. Right. Alright. Shift it up. Pull it back. There we go. So I am kind of curious what that is. So this has got an industrial assembly. So figure that. Industrial refineries. Yeah, those are big boys. That's gonna take me. I'm gonna have to carve that out. Industrial assembler. Is it 2x2, I believe? Yeah, it's a 2x2x1. And it's got one on that side and one on that side. So, yeah, if we take the industrial assembler out of here, we can tuck that into the ship. That would be nice. And we actually use it to fill that hole that we just patched in. Alright, so let's take this one out. No wait, that's gonna cause me a problem. Oh, that hurt. So we need to take that out. And that's what I want. Yeah. Yep. Come on, here we go. I believe this is over here. Yeah, there it is. Now, I don't know if we can easily deal with this. I might have to use the... I don't know. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to have to use it. There was some plates fell, but... I don't know if I can move it by hand or not. It's underneath it. Battery, so I don't want to cut that. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Okay. These are in the way. Okay, now I can move it around. That works for me. So if we grab the forklift, I'll grab this one today. Because it's easier to work with. Why is this having battery issues? Okay, hold on. Battery. Do I have batteries? Okay, all batteries. Put to auto. I was gonna say, I should not have batteries in this thing. Anything other than auto. There's no reason for it. Now, let's go ahead and move. What in the world? Yeah, that was almost a fiasco. Poor truck. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll reach in, we'll grab this, and then well, good party. Oh. Okay. Just gotta get this thing in the right spot here. There we go. Connect. Locked. Lift it up just a little. Nice. Pull it out. So these are for. That's why we have. So I pull back all these buildings. Because you never know which components are going to be useful. In this case, it was this assembler. Now, I had no way of knowing this particular part of that particular thing was going to be useful. I figured it probably would at some point end up inside the thing. In order to put this in place, we're going to remove so unnecessary blocks that are not in the way. So these two blocks are in the way. Okay, you're also in the way. And you're in the way. Right. There we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. There. Now that that's out of the way, we can grab two of those. And we want to plant them here. Put this one here. 7, 8, 9, go. Okay, now. We're gonna put a block there, and then right underneath this, we're going to place this one. Come on, fighter. Come on. Thank you. It's great having the fighter that can bob a little. So you can tug it down just a little bit. That's where it's going to be, I'm pretty sure. So the industrial refiner is literally right here. Now, how this is going to play out, I'm not exactly sure. That's my 4 for the industrial refiner. Now, industrial refiner is a 4x2x2. Okay, so that's one industrial refiner, that's the other industrial refiner. Okay, so we have to come down from the top. Or no, they're side by side. So, right here. Yep, that's it. And then drill that out. And that'll take care of that part. Now, if we can actually get this detached and pulled out without having to tear apart half the building, I'll be happy with that. However, I'm thinking I might need to detach more of it. So, there is... There. Okay. Let's go ahead. Reach. Let's go. Touch someone. It's not long enough, of course, naturally. It's fine. We have more reach than that. Alright. So she's still jammed up on something. Now, odds are it's something like the ground or whatever. Well, we just put the ground in, which is funny. Now we're taking it out. Because it's in the way. Alright, so let's try that and see if that gives us what we need to pull it out. Nope. Okay. It wiggled. Yep, that wasn't enough. here like so. And drill out.
Inventory full.
Great. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Like I said, this is all just parts for the ship anyway. And I was just using these these refiners and stuff. Until we actually got everything we needed for the ship. Which we do have. Okay. That should take care of it. There we go. There. Bring everything in. Okay, so I was thinking about it. I was getting my drink. And this might be the best place to put it. Back here. So, if we cut this out to this layer here. There's a conveyor there. And we put a conveyor here. On this floor. Then it puts a conveyor on the right level for it. Now I'll have to redesign a little bit here. And this engine's coming out anyway. The engine's gonna come out anyway, and so are the ones on the top back there. But take these out here. And we just bolt it there. Just to make sure that we've got enough. I'm going the right way. Oops. Why? Being weird. Okay. So we just take those out. In the end there. Because we're going to reface all this anyway. So. There. So if we tuck it in there, stick it on that platform. Stick it on that platform there, tuck it on in. Next to that. Because I don't want to take out that battery. In fact, I might, tuck something else in there in the middle. That'll work. And then we can also use that as a staircase to get up. Now, it's gonna take me a minute here. Don't do that. You know what? Let me turn around. That way my butt is in a better position. Gives me better reach. 7. And 6. Turn those off. Put it on slow. Let's move it around. Now, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to turn the head so that it slides around. There we go. That'll work. And then slide over. Up a little bit. Ooh. You know, not a big fan of that, but it's okay. Just a thing we have to deal with. See? Nope. Back up, back up, back up, back up. In order for this to stay put, I need to put a scaffold on this end. So that I can cut this one off.
Inventory full.
Then grab that, grab that, grab that. Everything we need. It's going to take a bit because it's a lot of parts. But when we're done, what we'll have is we'll have a double high door. Which would be very useful. because we're going to have this side of the bay is going to be taller than the other side. This is the wrong block. There we go. There. Now we can extend all this. There we go. And with a little bit of finagling, we'll take and expand up. Crikey. Oh, wait. Yep. I need this block here. I need those blocks there, this block there, that block there. So I get to put this in. Now I need steel plate rack. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then on a steel plate. And then bring this down. There we go. And I said the snow is stupid. Just to make my life miserable. Let's not do anything silly. You know, the worst part though is that this particular planet, these nasty storms, I think are too regular, in my opinion. Do I mind the snowstorms? Not really. But they're like every day and they last for days on end. It's just too much. In my opinion. I might get it. This was the only original restriction on this planet. Because the only problem was the weather. But trust me, when I'm offline working on certain things, there's times I get sick of the weather and it's like, nope, just turn it off. There's also times when it causes insane lag. And I've had to turn it off, you know, on stream. Because it's too laggy. It's really a nuisance when it's laggy. But if it's laggy because of the weather, it's fixable. But, you know, it's too much sometimes. Like what we're doing right now really isn't a big deal.
Energy low.
Because we're just repairing stuff and finagling stuff around the ship. It's not too big of a deal. I'm not trying to go fetch wrecks or anything in this mess. Now, once we get this thing fixed, and we get it up to, snuff, we'll get all our stuff loaded on it. We'll make sure that we're in a satisfactory position to make it work. So it's got enough engines, it's got enough fuel tanks, it's got, you know, everything it needs. It'll be fun. And then we can just go take care of, you know, go to another planet and check out that planet. Because each planet in this system is unique. And it's just a matter of which planet you're on. Like this one's the ice planet. It's terrible. The only thing it's good for is ice. And like, when I leave this place, I will have, you know, probably a full large cargo container of ice when I leave. Just so I can ensure I have enough hydrogen fuel for whatever I need. Okay, so let's go ahead and close these. There we go. That gives me the windowed doors on the top and bottom. And I can work with that. I like that. It's definitely something I can do. And all I gotta do now is attach the hull. Attach the upper hull. There we go. Now we just have to attach it to the hull. So how we're going to mold this in, I haven't decided yet. Because this is our first place where we're actually bringing in the new roof line. Actually, all you half blocks are going to because I'm not going to have you here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, facing wise, but these half blocks aren't going to be, at least here. Okay. So I think on the roof part here, what we're going to do is bolster it this way. Yes. No. Yes. And then go back up one. Like so. And then you just have to fill it in. Because this is the back wall here. Here. This is the back wall here. But this area here, which goes behind the that area, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, we're not going to be worrying too much about the internal spaces, but this area definitely needs to be brought to a class. Because we need to get this top sealed up. Get that back wall filled in. This is important. And the idea that, you know, everything is just like haphazard assembled works for me. Because, you know, this is a scrap transport that we've slapped together from scrap to deal with scrap. So having, you know, stuff like this just slapped in here makes sense. Now, after this top is put in, I don't know what we're gonna do. Because I gotta get
Energy low.
conveyors wired in. Which includes, that's not limited to, what will be turret racks. So we're gonna have like turret racks all across the top and sides. Maybe even a few at the bottom. I don't know yet. This front end. So once we get the front end hooked up and we get everything designed, I'm thinking the front end, like this other end over here, is going to be the same. It's just going to be a mirror of this over here, going across the front. So we'll have this and a bulldozed front end over here as well. And then it'll slope up to the higher ceiling in the back here. And the larger vehicles will load from the port side. And the smaller vehicles, like the airborne vehicles, whatever, will either come in from the top bay here, or from the actual smaller side bay here. Something like that. I don't know. We'll sort that out tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you next time.